What's up, y'all? Back at y'all with another one. All right, so this video I wanted to talk about, I know this is all like happens all around the world and stuff like that, but like I guess I only know the American version of like debt and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm in debt. I'm in some type of debt. I'm not in crazy debt, but I'm in debt nonetheless. I feel like the majority of Americans are in debt in some form or fashion. Like, even if they could have afforded to pay out of pocket, they said, let me use like a credit to just so that I could save my money and I don't have to pay out of pocket. Long story short, what a lot of people do is a lot of people say fuck the debt, and they just be like, I'm not even gonna pay the debt off. I'm kind of forget I even have it and just go throughout life. The reason I'm making this video is because I'm in some type of debt, and I go through phases, and lately I haven't really cared about paying off this certain debt that I have because there's no incentive to pay off the debt. Like, what am I getting out of, what am I gaining from paying off my debt? But recently, like, the more like I start getting further and further along in my journey and stuff like that, there's certain things that I want to do that the only way I can do it, the most efficient way, is to kind of pay off some of my debt, or at least get started paying it off. That's the way I could benefit the most, whatever I want to do in the future. So, but you got a lot of people out here who they'll straight up tell you, like, they'll use debt to get what they want in life, and it's like, it's almost as if, like, what the fuck, like, could they do if you don't pay the debt? If you don't pay the debt, chances are, like, you're gonna die with the debt, but nobody's, depending on what type of debt it is, nobody's gonna come knocking on your door. Like, I don't know. Like, you got all types of people out here. People out here are filing bankruptcy without giving a fuck, because, like, I've had this conversation with a few different people. Like, that finance and stuff like that, you keep private. But I remember somebody was talking about, yo, I'm about to just file for bankruptcy because I owe too much money with this car, that car, whatever. I might as well just file for bankruptcy. So the number one thing people will say when they be like, oh, this is why you shouldn't file for bankruptcy, then you won't be able to get a house for the next 10 years. But some motherfuckers will just be like, yo, I don't really care about buying a house. So what other incentive is there for me to not file for bankruptcy? Do you get what I mean? Like, so I don't know. But like I said, like, and you talking, some people go millions of dollars into debt and they're using it to their benefit. And it's like, I don't know, like, if people, debt could either be used for enslavement, or it could be used to kind of benefit you if you know how to move with debt. And I'm not an expert in finances and stuff like that, but I do know that one way people kind of like unplug from this like fake ass matrix is they blow off their debt and not care about it. Because, like, you got to think, like, there's millions of ways to experience what everybody else gets to experience, without having to do matrix type of things. Like, for an example, there's many rich people out there, I bet there's many rich people out there that still don't own a home. They just go, like, they'll get the same experience of a home, but they're simply renting it. I don't want to get into this, like, then they'll be like, well, why are you renting? You're paying more money if you're renting. But the point is, like everything that people talk about is matrix shit. And it's just like I'm getting the same exact experience being inside of a mansion without physically having my name on paper saying that I own the shit. Like, that's like external, like, that's on paper. I'm still getting the experience of being in the house. If you have a mindset like that, and you're not such a slave to just, oh, but on paper I own it, and you getting, like, you thinking too hard, you making it more than it gotta be. Like, life don't gotta be hard. Like, you either experience shit or you don't. You get what I mean? And if you gotta use that to get there, that's what some people do. I'm not even giving nobody advice in this video. I'm just saying that, you know, we've been so conditioned to kind of worry too hard and think too hard about our debt and stuff like that. And to get certain things in life, you gotta worry about your debt. Like, for an example, buying a home. When you buy a home, you're gonna have to fix your debt to income ratio, and there's a lot you gotta do if you want to own this house. That's an incentive that you would use to pay off your debt. But motherfuckers like in the world who don't care about that shit, yo, I'ma just racking up my debt and I'ma use it to live my best life, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. Like, I'm gonna die with this debt, and who is it gonna go to? Like there's certain debt. Okay, when you die, like, what the fuck happens to the debt? You get what I mean? Like, I don't get it. But like I said, like, on some real shit though, I made this video because, like, I'm in a time in my life when I'm kind of more so thinking about debt than I was before, because, like I said, like, there's certain things I want to do in the future. So, but I still was thinking of all these people who are in debt. Like, yo, I got people, like, I got people in my life. They don't care too hard about, like, the society expectation things, like buy a house and do this and do that. They just trying to live life. So sometimes, like, they done owed so much money for years and years, ain't pay nothing off, and they not gonna pay it off because, like, they have zero incentive to. So I don't know. Like, comment your thoughts below, your experiences. Subscribe to the channel. Short little video. I will see y'all on the next one. Stay tuned.